excluding attorneys who can help people do that process in the way that it needs to be done, these asylum seekers are being set up to fail and then are at larger risk for being either detained during their process and or quickly deported by the administration.
An immigration attorney in Eugene says ICE agents are shutting her out of routine appointments. Katrina Kilgren says federal agents are detaining asylum seekers without warning and without access to legal counsel. That's raising some serious concerns about due process.
KVAL's Tiffany Lewis joining us on the desk tonight. Tiffany, you've been covering these anti-ICE protests throughout our community. After speaking with the attorney today, she said she's been an attorney for 15 years, hasn't seen anything like this before. So really, what is she concerned about?
Well, Kilgren said that immigrants are being summoned for routine check-ins more often, sometimes with less than 24 hours notice, and then taken into custody without any warning. She describes the immigration office as a fortress of exclusion, where clients are denied access to their attorney and are not allowed to notify family or hand off their belongings to someone before they're arrested.
Been a lot of confusion about exactly how this is playing out in our area. Did she give you any indication about how many people we're talking about, how many people have been detained in this area?
Kilgren estimates at least 4 to 5 people a week have been taken into custody from Eugene's ICE office since early June, and that immigrants from Bend, Medford, and even Salem are being summoned to the Eugene office and then detained, so it's difficult to get a real estimate of detainments in our area. We have not independently confirmed these numbers, although we did ask ICE for more information. They sent us a statement. They say they're following the law, specifically a provision allowing for expedited removal of anyone who's been in the U.S. less than 2 years. They claim anyone with a valid fear claim will be heard, and that detaining people at the federal building helps limit disruption to the broader community. But the attorney says that explanation doesn't quite hold up. She says one of her clients who filed an asylum claim and was in full compliance for 4 years, allegedly he missed a phone call from ICE and was then summoned to the federal building, thoroughly questioned, and nearly detained. Kilgren says she was blocked from attending her client's appointment. She says these tactics are being interpreted as threatening harassment and intimidation.
I think the fear is affecting people going out in the community and engaging in their regular activities, or at least, and when they are doing so doing it with a heightened level of precarity and uncertainty and a sense of lack of belonging.
She's also hearing from U.S. citizens who are married to immigrants and residents with lawful permanent status who are fearful of the future as the Trump administration continues to prioritize mass deportations. But for now, attorneys are demanding access to their clients and calling on Oregon's elected leaders to intervene.
Now, Tiffany, for immigrants who may be afraid to show up to these appointments to check in, do they have any alternative options?
So there are such thing as virtual hearings. In fact, there are posts circulating online about the ability to request a virtual immigration court hearing, but advocates say the situation is a lot more complicated than that. It's true that immigrants can request a virtual hearing. The National Immigration Project has published a guide online in both English and Spanish with instructions on how to do so. However, most requests are not approved. Isa Pina with Oregon Worker Relief says requests for virtual hearings might not be approved. Only if the request is approved will the respondent be allowed to appear virtually. The best thing to do is talk to your immigration attorney. If you cannot afford a private attorney, you can contact Equity Corps of Oregon to get advice and support for your upcoming hearing.
All right, thank you so much, Tiffany, for that report. And our team is working to get Tiffany's full interview with the immigration lawyer on our YouTube channel. Meanwhile, this comes as we are learning more information tonight about why Eugene Police were seen near the federal building during an immigration protest yesterday. According to a statement from Eugene Police, federal agents contacted EPD after demonstrators were seen blocking driveways at the downtown federal building. Now, officers responded to assess the situation and left soon after. Later that evening, federal agents reported a second incident involving unlawful entry and property damage. A single EPD watch commander was sent to evaluate the scene along with several marked vehicles. Police say someone climbed a fence into a secure area and a federal vehicle not affiliated with ICE was damaged while leaving the building. EPD says the incident was documented off-site to avoid disrupting the protest. Now, EPD says officers did not engage with demonstrators and left once further criminal activity was observed. And in a statement to our newsroom, EPD did reaffirm its inability to assist ICE officers. They said in part, Eugene Police adhere to Oregon statute, which prohibits the use of local law enforcement resources to detect or apprehend individuals for violations of federal immigration law. EPD does not engage in immigration enforcement and remains committed to ensuring that our services are accessible, impartial, and grounded in the rights and safety of all members of our community.